If you're looking for a straightforward and fast deck to climb the Pokemon Pocket ladder with, today's all-in Beedrill deck feels like a perfect tool for doing exactly that. We are playing not only EX Beedrill, but also Baby Beedrill as well, with 2 Weedle, 2 Kakuna, and 2 Rare Candy to allow us to hit these evolutions as consistently as you possibly can, especially in tandem with our copies of Pokemon Communication to tie the room together. Having access to both an EX and non-EX Beedrill also gives a lot of flexibility into all the copies of Oricorio that are running around. I've never gotten so many free wins with a deck in Pokemon Pocket as I did with this one. When you're going first, you hit Rare Candy into Baby Beedrill and you crack for 70 right away, often getting a free point. And likewise, when you're going second, if you Rare Candy into EX Beedrill, you start hitting for 80 really quick and discarding your opponent's energy sooner than they're able to keep up with in a lot of situations. If you enjoy sweet off-meta brews like this one being tested in the competitive ladder, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. So some of the other excellent things we're going to be showcasing here. If you like this all-in Beedrill deck, smash the button on today's video for the rest of the day. Enjoy. I think there's enough red card and Mars in the metagame that I vibe on the professor's research on one. I think it's fine. Alright, Rare Candy wins the game. Well, this is definitely one of the reasons to play this deck. Good night, my sweet prince. One of your sharpest stings, please. I also think that's very amusing. I've seen a lot of negativity about the current metagame being all red card, or sorry, being all rare candy. And it's like, actually the Dark Rhytina deck's the best by a wide margin. Still. You know, because of red card and Mars, I'm probably supposed to hold the research here, which that's the impact that it has, right? Is you're supposed to hold things like research. Supposed to wait until you can play the cards with them to play them out. Yeah, so this is, you know, the card is less bad when you're punishing people who are making mistakes. And I made a mistake here. I should not have played my research when I played it. That being said, LOL, what a card. It's very appropriate that we're experiencing this game while I'm talking about how frequently red card and Mars do nothing, or occasionally help your opponent. Because, I mean, in all actuality, they made my hand better, right? I have both my evolutions and an Erica now. This is one of the critical failure states where they legitimately improved my hand with their disruptive card. That's always been the leading bad argument for people trying to play red card and defending it. They're like, well, Jeff, I took your 5-card hand and I turned it into 3 cards. And Pokemon Pocket is not a game like Magic the Gathering or others where card advantage is a thing that matters. Pokemon Pocket is a game where the right cards is way more important than having more cards. So in Pocket, It doesn't matter that my hand went down to 3 because the 3 cards I had in my hand were a better combination than the other cards that I had before. Am I Erica-ing here? I don't think so. I think I'm going to save this for this Beedrill. We'll crack him with the Sharp Sting here, and then next turn we'll move this to the front of the class. And I think, like I've talked about a lot in the past, it's just a huge psychological aspect, right? Like, whenever you bring it up that, like, it helps your opponent, people say things like, oh, well, I'm really smart, and my red cards are better because I play it better, I read my opponent better, and they can't know when their red card is bad because they can't see what's going on in their opponent's side of the boards. They can talk themselves into this idea that their red cards are always good. Should you evolve because of red card? Yes and no. I really think hiding that I'm going to be able to kill their Giratina has a lot of value here. I think it induces a potentially different play from my opponent if I show them that I have this Beedrill. And they've already played 1 red card. I know some people are being crazy and playing like as many as 2 copies of that plus 2 copies of Mars, but I think there's a lot of value in concealing my play there. And again, even if they did red card me in a spot like that, like there's 2 communications and 2 EX Beedrills in my deck. Like the odds of me having it after they red card me is like incredibly high. Like when you're, generally speaking, when Pokemon decks start taking knockouts in Pokemon Pocket, it's because they're set up. So resetting their hand once your opponent is already set up has diminished returns. Like, if you could Mars your opponent to 1 on the first turn of the game, I would agree it would probably be legitimately good. Because you would be reducing them to a small enough number of cards quick enough that you were, like, actually putting them behind, and the odds of them redrawing good cards are so low. But just like, you know, this is where we're actually living here, is this situation. Do you think Pocket should bring rank protection? 100%. I think Pocket needs to do one of 2 things. I think they either need to have a floor so you can't fall out of Ultra or you can't fall out of Masters, or another alternative would be they should make it so when you hit the rank, you get the rewards. So like when you hit Masters, you get the emblem and the extra hourglasses, so that way if you fall back out of it, it doesn't matter. All right, I mean, this is, yeah, I mean, can we have a repeat here? Assuredly, we don't get a second in a row, right? I'll do it again, I swear. He can't keep getting away with it. Oh no, it's the bees. Bzzz. Good night, baby. Pretty lucky. We get to open on Weedle here. We're going second. This'll probably... Oh, I'm in the wrong scene. Thank you. Alright, we have a Weedle. I have a Beedrill. I really don't want to research into the Weedle, and it's better to wait to research if the opponent has red card or Mars, so we'll just go ahead and get Multiply in here. And if we hit a Candy, they're probably cooked if we hit Candy next turn. All right, we get a reroll here, and these red cards are worse when there's researches in our deck. It's like, okay, you put me down some cards, but need a Kakuna or a Candy here. I think we go digging for Kakuna. Nice. We'll put our extra energy on the back one here. And then either Beedrill. Oh, I guess we need specifically Baby Beedrill for Oricorio. Oh, well, I was about to say either Beedrill is good, but we do need specifically the Babby here. Which I guess could be a reason not to communicate, yeah? Since we need specifically that one. Is there a reason to not play out Pokeball? Yeah, I guess there's not, right? They're very unlikely to be an Iono deck. I'm just getting it out of my hand for future Mars and Red cards has value. Yeah, the only reason to hold the Pokeball is if you suspect there's an Iono from the other side, or you have one, and I don't have Iono, and I'd be surprised if they do. Baby Beedrill still takes over the game at any point. That's a big Beedrill. An interesting / amusing thought is big Beedrill is 50% each turn to take, is 50% each turn to take their lightning energy away at random. So it's kind of a coin flip, but it doesn't do damage, right? We're technically dealing 10 a turn with the Kakuna. I think I'm gonna go ahead and play this first one out, or this one out. Yeah, I still have a research in my deck. And I assume with the other lightning energy here, they're gonna switch this to the other Oricorio so they can heal this one up on the back. Oh, I have another communication in my deck. Is a reason not to have played this Beedrill out. It's not something I thought about. Alright, cool. I think we found this soon enough that it should be good to go. Just gotta keep playing my energies out here in case they have something crazy like a Rocket Grunt. I promise you that Pokemon Pocket is not rigged, and it's not giving you worse hands as you get closer to Masters. The reason why it feels like you get worse hands as you get closer to Masters is because humans have an evolutionary bias we refer to as negativity bias, where we are trained to remember things that feel bad more vividly than we remember things that were neutral. So the reason why it feels like you get worse hands as you get closer to Masters is because every bad hand that you get as you get closer to Masters, you remember more vividly because it's a more negative experience to experience a bad hand at that point in time. I'm actually likely going to lose this game because I evolved this when I did. If I would have held this for the second Beedrill, I think we would have won this game. We're not 100% dead yet, but we're pretty far behind because of my mistake. Hmm, 25% to dry rare candy next turn. Oh, do they have Cyrus? Then we're cooked. Yep, and this is a game where it's very easy to be frustrated by Oricorio, but we lost this game because I made a mistake. We lost. Dark Energy Froakie. It's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Got 4 bees in my deck, gamers. We're waiting for the bees. Buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz. There's one of them. Alright, look at our Weedles multiplying. They're just absolutely and mercilessly cooked here without a Darkrai, yeah? They can start putting up 20-pointers, but... I assume there's no water energy in their deck. Typically. Dark Ninja is all dark energy. Would you say your deck is B tier? Absolutely. All right, they're dealing 40 per turn. I mean, I think this is enough damage that if they stumble their way into a Darkrai here yet, they could still win this game with the Pokemon Center Lady buying them time. Maybe we could top deck EXB and put them out of their misery. If we top deck EXB and they don't get another turn with this, I think we could probably run them down, but I think with both of these, they can still be in this game despite... Ooh, and this is clever. They're playing around Big B. Very heads-up play from our opponent. Communication here means that our 2 copies of Kakuna have a chance to turn into bees, which is great with the rare candy. All right, they have a plan. We'll see how it works out for them, but the plan is here. They have lots of time to stall. They are taking game actions. What is the best counter to Dark Tina? You should check out the meta report yesterday where I explicitly talk about all of the best and most popular decks and what their matchup tables look like. I think I'm vibing on this for now. It's close. You and Con next turn? I actually don't know. So with the Celestial Town Elder in my hand, I feel like 1, ow. 2 though, I think I'm candying into this and then picking this one back up, and we can kind of force them to go. We can go 1-1 to this game essentially with the Town Elder, right? Because we get to put this out, and we get to pick this back up, and then we can evolve an EX Beedrill behind. Yeah, I mean, opponents like doing the truffle shuffle here. Opponents navigated this game very well, given how things have lined up for them. Oh, and this is actually hilarious. So I get to go communicate the Weedle back into my deck and then Pokeball it back out. And then I think with this hit, we just clear the Greninja here, yeah? The Town Elder coming in clutch here, looking real good. And now I think with this setup, it's too late for them to get Darkrai and still win. Because even if they hit Darkrai this turn, we're going to clear the Greninja, and then the Darkrai's not going to have time to set up to attack. So we should be good to go from here. That's so funny that they ioted us, so we got a better card. And now the Beedrill takes the energy off the Darkrai, so they don't even get to threaten the knockout on this. They don't get to attack because of the weight of the crushing spear. I mean, I suppose the Tita buys them a turn. I'm chilling on this just in case I need string shots, I think. Am I? Nah, they're probably a Mars red card enjoyer like most of the world right now. And this is Crushing Spear just getting to take over, right? Like they could shuffle to the Tina, but then like they're out of energy. Leaf here off the top could let them win if I didn't have this Erica. So Leaf would let them move this out and keep the energy on it. But once they give up the energy, we're just like wasting time here. I think Banette is really good. I think there were a couple of Banette decks that posted results in tournaments this past weekend for a reason. I think it's a quite strong and disruptive card.